Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Megan, and I am here with a book haul. Book haul! Yes, let's pretend like I haven't taken them out of the bags and they've been sitting on my floor for a few weeks. Let's pretend that's not happening. But over the course of the summer, I went to a few small towns, and with small towns come independent bookstores, and now here we are, it's fall, so let's wrap up my summer. Let's just jump right into it. I don't even know where to start. Like, there's just books everywhere. Okay, now that makes it sound like there's so many books. Okay. So, back in July, we started our little small town thing. We went to Grimsby, Ontario. The bookstore was literally called Grimsby Books. And that's where I bought this bad boy. So this is Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson. I'm like, where's the author's name? Alicia Thompson. I've seen this book floating around, and I've heard good things. I'm trying to become a romance girly. Am I? I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see if I am or not. So, I'm curious. I feel like I have another few romances that I bought from Independent Bookstore Day this year that I haven't gotten to yet. So, I'm curious and intrigued by this one. I feel like this is like a murder mystery romance. I don't know, that's what the cover is giving me, so that would be fun. So who knows. Alright, then in August, we made like a very last minute decision to go to Haliburton, Ontario. We were there for 2 seconds. I feel like I really want to go back because I feel like we didn't really get to explore the town as much as we would have liked to, but I did get to go to the bookstore. That bookstore was called, whoops, my phone fell asleep, Master's Bookshop. I'm pretty sure it's called Bookshop. And that's where I found Aesop's Fables. I've already read it. And flagged my favorite stories. This is going up Thursday. So yeah, my thoughts on all of this went up on the blog yesterday. I mean, you can also see them on Instagram. They're on Instagram too. But yes, I was searching high and low for Aesop's Fables for the longest time for my classics project. Wow, it took forever, but I finally found it and I read it, and just like a short little blurby here, I really loved it. Like, there are so many like stories and fables. What's wrong with me? So many stories and fables that I didn't know came from here. So I thought that was really cool, and I just really enjoyed reading it, and sometimes I was rereading some of the stories because they're so short. Like, look, this page has 3. Like, that's how short they are. So, I highly recommend reading this because it's really good. And keeping it on your bookshelf. So then, where did we go? Then for the long weekend in September, Labor Day, we headed to, where did we go first? Coburg. We went to Coburg. And that's where Let's Talk Books is. I think they're going through a name change right now. I think they're now Reader's Nook, but at the time when I went there, they were called Let's Talk Books, and that's where I picked up, let's just magically, oh, that's the back, but I picked up Robinson Crusoe by Daniel Defoe. I'm loving these editions of this, these are the Paper Mill Press books. I have a few of them now, and I just really love them. They're just so soft. I can't describe how they feel unless you've felt it. Like, they're soft, and they're like hardcover, but soft. It's weird. I don't know. But this is, I'm going to be reading this for my classics project at some point coming up. Probably not by the end of this year. I don't think I'm going to be reading much more this year, but I look forward to getting to this because I've heard good things about it. So, I know nothing about it, so that's also it. But I'm excited for it. Then we went to, in that same weekend, we went to Port Hope, and there were 2 bookstores in Port Hope. So the first one was Furby House Books, and that's where, I think that's where this is. Oh yes, it says it right there. I don't know if you can read it though, but it says Furby House Books. Ugh! And that's where I picked up, oh, this is so pretty. I can't lie to you, but this is the complete collection of Edgar Allan Poe. Like, look at, and like this, the edges are sprayed gold. Like, it's beautiful. Like, woo. I'm in love. Like, even like the end pages, like, ooh. I will be reading this for my classics project. Again, not anytime soon. I literally picked this up on a whim just because I was like, this is so pretty. They also had a complete works of Shakespeare that was also extremely gorgeous, but I already own the complete works of Shakespeare. So I was like, I can't justify buying another one. But this is gorgeous, and I can't wait to put it on my shelf. I'm also really excited to read all of Poe's work because I've been intrigued. I've read the Tall Tale Heart. Can't say it. You know what I mean? That really famous one. I'm pretty sure I read that one in the 8th grade. And it was really creepy. I remember it being creepy, and I'm really excited to get to reading all of the creepiness. So that was that one. Then just around the corner from there was the bookstore called Griffin Books, and I picked up 2 books there. So the first one I got was Rose Madder by Stephen King. Another one to add to my collection of Stephen King books. I think this one came out this one is from the 90s, I'm pretty sure. So 95. So I'm not close to 95. Well, I'm in 86 right now, but it's going to take a long time. That's what I'm reading right now. So, but I'm excited to have another book to add to my collection. So I bought that. And then, like, I don't know, just on a whim, because it was $4.95, I bought the 7 Husbands of whoa, there's fluffies coming out of this. Whoa. It's been sitting for so long it collected dust balls. But I bought the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've never read a Taylor Jenkins Reid book. I know, crazy. So I think this is going to be the first one that I read. Like I said, it was only $4.95. I feel like this is a steal for how popular this book is. I see it everywhere. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves her as an author. So now it's my turn to find out if I love her as an author. So I'm extremely excited to get to this one at some point. I don't know when, I don't know where, but some point. And then this past weekend, we actually spent a lot of time on the road going to different bookstores. It was like almost like a mini bookstore haul. So our first stop was, we went to Creemore, Ontario. And that's where we went to Curiosity House Books, and I bought The Heart is a Lonely Hunter by Carson McCullers. I thought this was on my classics list. It's not. It looks like it would be, but it's not. So I think I'm just gonna read it when I get to it instead of waiting around for a classic to read. So I don't know. There's just something about it that's really intriguing too. Like it's like gonna be like a sorrowful read. I don't know what's wrong with me. But that's that one. Then we went to Stayner, Ontario. I've never heard of this place before in my life until we went there. The bookstore there is called Torn Pages. The guy who owns the store, he's so funny. Like, I ended up talking to him for like 20 minutes. We talked about like Stephen King and my Stephen King project. We talked about my bookstore project. Like, he gave me another bookstore to add to my list. It was a lot of fun, and I highly suggest going there just to go to the bookstore, because it's like jam-packed with a lot of stuff, but like, I'm like, there's a lot to look at, but you would not leave empty-handed, and I did not. I bought 2 books. So the first one I bought was The Call of the Wild by Jack London. It looks like a little kid book. It looks like I would read this in like the 5th grade or something. But this is on my classics to read, so I'm gonna get to this. This is coming up soon. So I'm intrigued by it. I don't care that it looks like it's for children. I'm intrigued. I read children's books all the time. Who cares? Then the next book I bought was Desperation by Stephen King. Another book to add to my list. This one's, I think, from 96. So, another 90s book. I still have 2 more books to buy from the 90s, so I really need to get on that. But look at this cover. It's super creepy, but I really like it. Apparently there's a matching cover, he was telling me. I think Desperation. No, this one's Desperation. No, starts with an R. My list is here. It's called, let me open the list. Regulators. The Regulators has a companion matching cover, so I gotta look out for that now. Okay, put that one here. Alright, then, the last bookstore I went to was in Collingwood, and surprisingly, I've never been to Collingwood ever. As much as it is like a high destination vacation place, I've never been there. It's a really cute town. I highly suggest it. I also want to go to Blue Mountain. I've never been there either. Call me up someone who lives in Ontario. Anyways, the bookstore there is called Read It Again. Okay, we walked in. My boyfriend's like, I thought that was a mirror. It literally, the bookstore just kept going. It was just a long line. And I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of books here. I was like, what the heck? I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna buy. There's just so much to see, so much to do. But I did end up finding Persuasion by Jane Eyre. Look, another fun covered, another paper mill press book. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I can't wait to add it to my shelf. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to get to it. This is also, obviously, for my classics project, and I cannot wait to get to it. I haven't read a Jane Eyre book for a while. I think the last one I read was Pride and Prejudice when I started this project, so I can't wait to get to that one. And then the very last book, we are down to the last book, was, shoot. I'm like, I literally looked up how to pronounce this. Don Quixote, nope, Don Quixote. I'm mad at myself. By Cervantes? Is that how you pronounce his name? Don Quixote. That doesn't sound right. That sounds like I'm trying to say Q-tip. Like, what? But this is the book. Maybe one day I'll learn how to pronounce it. I knew as soon as I started filming I wasn't gonna remember how to pronounce it. This looks a lot thinner than the book than other versions I've seen, but we'll see. This is technically, no, this one is not next on the list. I thought it was, but it's not. It's not next, but I will be reading it very shortly. This is what I'll probably be reading at the end of the year. But I'm extremely intrigued by it. I don't know what it's about. But a lot of people rave about this book, so we'll see. Someone's gonna get really mad that I don't know how to pronounce this, so we're gonna leave it there. But those are all the books that I bought. I'm not even gonna attempt to lift it because it's gonna fall. But if you've read any of those books, let me know in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys today. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe, a do thing, and I'll see you all in my next video. So thanks and bye guys!